Don't act like y'all didn't already shave stuff off his sentence. Let me tell you something. What's up, everybody? It's your girl theboctavia, and I am back with another video. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, my name is theboctavia. I'm 23 years old and I'm from Washington, D.C. If you are new, then you should know that I'm a mom of a 2, almost 3-year-old. She will be 3 in May. So give me a like for that. You know what I'm saying? I need me a pat on the back every so often. I'm also an entrepreneur. I make my own cosmetics and skincare that I sell. My business name is Crush on You Beauty. So make sure that you hit the link down in the description and check out my website. I ship out products every Friday, okay? This will be yet another highly requested topic that I speak on. And this video will be about Rayful Edmond. A lot of people have told me that he has already been released or that he is getting released very soon, and I wanted to give my last opinion on him possibly being released already or being released in the future. I also want to speak on what can possibly happen as a result of that. And in the modern day, what snitches do, you know, versus how they used to operate. So, with all of that being said, let's get into the video. Rayful Edmond, in the government's eyes and a lot of people's eyes, is the person who introduced crack cocaine to the district. After introducing crack cocaine to the district in the 80s, he created and built a drug enterprise, a criminal organization, if you will, where he was the head of it. In this criminal enterprise, I think that things got out of hand, as it happens, you know what I'm saying? In time, in history, no matter what the race of the person was, no matter what the overall race of the whole gang or organization is, it could be the mob or it could be, you know, a flat out gang. Things like this happen where they hire too many people, or they hire a few people, but those people hire people, and the list goes on and on. So you're responsible for a lot of people. But there were no complaints on Rayful Edmond's part. He liked the position that he was in. And what made Rayful have this huge drug enterprise, this huge criminal organization, was his links to not only Griselda Blanco, but to the Colombians. He had connections that a regular DC drug kingpin or even just a drug dealer, a robber, did not have. So that did make him important, but like I said, it got out of control. And in 1989, he was arrested, and a year and some change later, he was convicted and sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. His mother and a few other of his family members were arrested, and they were sentenced to a lengthy stay in prison. His mother, I believe, got 9 years for her involvement in the criminal organization that he built. Now, there are some things to note. But before I note those things about his situation, what I will do is I will give my opinion of snitching yet again. The people that were close to him, the people that would visit him, like Sean Branch, had no idea of what he was going to do. You know what I'm saying? They had no idea that he was going to start snitching. So basically it came out of left field. And a lot of people thought that because his mom was in a bind that he started to tell on the people that he employed to get his mom out of jail, or his family members, or whatever the case is. Now, what I noticed was the snitching came way after they all were well into their sentences. So, right out the gate, and if you're looking at it, even me, there still is no reason that he has given or that makes sense of why he snitched. And also, isn't there a negotiation that takes place? If the police want you to snitch, we will take X, Y, and Z off of your sentence. So why in 2019 was there a meeting with residents of DC and Rayful Edmond himself saying, oh, can I have it reduced to 40 years? Or oh, can I have it reduced to 15 years? And this meeting was also to see how the residents of DC felt about him being released, him being Rayful Edmond. Now, in my eyes, in my opinion, this meeting was only to test the waters and see about how the public would feel. And that is important. That's important. But don't act like y'all didn't already shave stuff off his sentence. Let me tell you something. Not only did he snitch, but it's to the extent of what he told. It's over the years. It's over. He told on more than 300 people. And Lord knows how many people were in his criminal organization. This is what I think is happening. Number one, do I think that he has already been released? There is a high possibility that he has. And I say that because didn't they do the same thing with Alpo? No, they didn't have a meeting because he wasn't a big boy like that. He didn't have those type of connections. He had to keep using other people's plugs and shit. How long did it take you to make connections in DC? It took you a while. So, I believe that he could possibly already be out. Because did the jail let it be known that Alpo was going to be released? No. They didn't. So why would they tell us about Rayful? And what did Alpo do? Alpo lay low for a few years until he was spotted. It was rumored that he was out for years until he was spotted right back in New York. Now, I hope that he doesn't take the same approach. And that's not to say that anything will happen to him. Because I feel like people still respect, I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel like it's that they respect the wrong shit. Because he did acquire a lot of money. And he did help a lot of people during the time when he was out doing his thing. At this meeting, he did say that he wants to mentor the youth to not go down the same road that he traveled. Just life lessons that you should know. Now, I feel like it is important that he wants to do that, but I wouldn't necessarily want that advice if you're not sorry about snitching. You know what I'm saying? If you're not remorseful about snitching. That's the only thing. Because it's like, you're the one that was in charge of all this. If it got out of hand and a couple motherfuckers that somebody else hired, that's under you, that's still on you. So I really, I feel like this. If they've already released him and, you know, he has a plan to make his name be attached to something overall positive, you know, not just be attached to maybe one thing out of all that you did be positive. If he has a plan to do that, then do it. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see. I would like to hear what you have to say. I would like to hear an explanation, and it's not to me, but it just needs to make sense, you know? And maybe it's nobody's business of why he snitched. Maybe it's not. Maybe that's a personal thing within himself that he had to go through, and he had to make that decision. And time will tell, ladies and gentlemen. Time will tell where we see if he has been released, number one. Where we see, number two, what he does once he is released and what he has to say. And yeah, this is really all I have to say at this moment in time of my opinion of Rayful getting out, or possibly being out already. So, you know, like I like to say, it is what it is. It's not what it's not. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching. It's your girl, theboctavia, and I will see you in the next one.